Hello, everyone. Good morning. Sorry, good afternoon, um, depending on your time zone. Welcome, welcome. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes, we
Just,
can hear you.
just use the comment section. Muted everyone. Just use the comment section if you can hear me. Um,
Yes.
okay, fantastic. Okay, welcome everyone to our third coaching call and the week two coaching call. Thank you for coming in early. I have shared the link to the YouTube as well as here. So if you got in here, congratulations for coming in to Zoom. Let me confirm that. Okay, yeah, YouTube is on. So welcome. It's been an exciting time the last 2 weeks, or let's say three, if we include the onboarding week of learning, unlearning, and relearning. I'm so grateful for your consistency. Thank you for staying through. Your assignments, your projects, finishing your course, submitting your projects as at when due. I think it's so good. And also following through with instructions. Well done, well done. I must say congratulations. Um, I'm just trying to get everyone in quickly. Our speaker is here with us, and trust me, this is one coaching call you don't want to miss. Okay, okay, fantastic. All right, so there are no announcements today because I think I've made all the major announcements in the Facebook group and through your mentors as well. So you should make sure you fill the I've enabled transcripts for you. So you should make sure you fill the form for your project so we don't miss out. So you don't come to us at the end and say I submitted my project and I was not scored for the project. Please do well to fill the form so we can trace your assignment. I understand that some of you made your post on different social media platforms, which is fine, but require just one. So just share one link with us and then we can actually verify that. But in your weekly review with your mentors, you can get to discuss your optimization of other platforms and your understanding of all that you have learned this week. And so you can share with them the links to the other platforms and confirm, did I do it right? Was this done properly? Can I do it better or something? Please, you can always do that. However, for the sake of marking, you guys are so many, there's no way we can visit 4 to 5 platforms for each of you. That means we're talking about over 10,000. There's just no way the team can do that right now. So please don't overburden us. Just give us one link and then you can always discuss the rest with your mentor. And please give us your best link because remember, we are marking optimization, creativity, and so many things. Joy, the form is it's in the Facebook group, it's also in your WhatsApp group. The mentors have shared it earlier today, and the instruction was make sure you fill the form immediately. If you can't find it in your WhatsApp group, please check the Facebook group. It's there. I shared the form at about I think 10 or 11 or before noon today, actually Nigerian time. Anyway, I shared the form, so I don't know your time difference or where you are, but the form is in the Facebook group. I'll just try to pin it up, make it a feature call so you can have that. So today we're going to be having Miss Ifeoma Uddoh with us. She's one phenomenal woman that I respect a whole lot, and I think her uniqueness to life is quite different, and she's unbiased, especially when it comes to money, funding, and ensuring women have their own money. She has helped me personally in my finances, and she included is doing a phenomenal work for women and with women, especially in Nigeria. They are the only I know, correct me if I'm wrong, they're the only fintech that is offering loans, like growth loans. Their loans are specifically for women, not for any other person, like for women. And so whether you're a business owner or you're in career and all, you go to them. And you know what I like about them, they are not just in a hurry to give you loans, in as much as you can get the loans immediately. They also want to ensure that they are growth loans. They want to ensure that you're doing something good with the money, you're not running into trouble, you're not stuck. So there they help you calculate your pricing, they help you get acquainted with your finances. So it's a whole lot of things. I've shared her bio with all of you, and you can see she's phenomenal. And everybody has been like, oh, we can't wait to meet her. And I'm so excited that when we reached out to her to please come speak to you all about this, she was so she jumped on it like so it's an honor and a privilege for myself and the rest of the team. So welcome, Ma. I will hand over the floor to her now so she can have enough time, and I won't also keep you all within. I understand that some of you, your time is really opposite from what we have here. So let me just bring her up. Welcome, everyone. Now, remember, when she has the floor, if you have any questions, hold on. When she's done speaking, you can ask your questions and then she will answer them and like that. But if you have any comment, you can use the comment section. Let's not make it rowdy. You're privileged to be on Zoom, others are on YouTube. So let's make sure that everybody kind of enjoys the process. And if you have people you want to invite to join in and listen, please share the YouTube link with them. It's in your WhatsApp group as well, so you can share it with them to get them to join in on the call. So Ma, we're ready to have you. Please can you turn on your video so I can just spotlight you? Okay. What's wrong? Okay, fantastic. Yes.
Hi, so I'm currently in a very weird location with my kids because apparently they've been on vacation for the last few days, and today
Oh,
they
wow.
dragged. So we're going to do this in the car, but I'm
Okay.
very excited to meet everyone and to share what I feel is a changing point in my life. So just a little bit about this coaching session. By the time my goal at the end of this coaching section is to actually teach you that whether you know it or not, your parents have predestined your path. And if you don't look at your end and say, I want to write my story, you end up in a destination that you don't know. So good life is meant for those that take their story and say, hi, I have just one life and I'm going to write a good story. So I don't know how old any of you are, maybe 16, 18, 20, 25, whatever age you are. I want you to pay attention and notice that for many part of your age, for many part of the chapters of your age, whatever you are, a lot of people have been writing your stories and you've just been a passerby. And guess what? It is your story. And at the end of the day, you will live this life. So I'll start by sharing a personal story. And through that personal story, I will tell you things that I've learned all through my life that has kept me and that still keeps me. My dad died when I was 9. My mom was a 27-year-old widow at the time with 4 children. And when my dad died, that experience of watching my mom evolve from a fine art teacher to a woman in charge of 4 children taught me something. The best person that will be there through the thick and the thin of your life is you. You can marry the best husband on earth, and maybe just like my mom, he might just go out and never come back. Or different things happen. So the most important person in your life is you. So that experience changed my life because I realized that I had to take myself seriously. I had to invest in myself differently. So I went to school, I went to secondary school. In secondary school, I was always among the last 30. I went to university. By university, in secondary school, something happened. I watched many of my uncles and my aunties be unemployed. And then I had this very rich auntie that is Emzo, and every time they will say, hey, the Emzo said if they made a 2-1 or something, they will have given them a job. And it made me realize something that I didn't want to be. I watched, the way we're living from hand to mouth. And I said I didn't want that type of life. And from what I could see around me, the first step was to get a good first degree. So point number 2, when you are in school and you're doing your degree or whatever it is, I want you to put your best and know that, I know people say education is calm, whatever. Put your best into education. It might not be the course, but it will teach you so many things. Perseverance, discipline, competition that you need as you grow older. So I went to Futo and I got in and I said, hey, that I wanted to make a 2-1. Remember what I told you? I was the last 30 in my class, out of a class of 120 people. And I went first year, I read and read from morning till night. And I still made, I think, 2 points something. By the second semester, I read again. I think I got 3.65. And luckily for me, by my second year, I started going for, there's this group of people that do morning prayer. I started going with them. And for some reason, I decided to do something I've never done. I started looking for the people that they used to call first class, people that were on first class in my class. And I started reading with them. And I found out something. I found out that what I was reading these people's notes, we were in the same class. We attended the same course. Everything in their notes and everything in my notes is different. So, rule number 3, your life now is a total summation of the information that you have currently. Do you want to change your life? You need to change your circle. You need to change your the people around you, whether it is in education, whether it is in church, whatever it is. Once you want to change your life, the first thing to do is look for people that have what you want and go there. So I'm telling you these things that I found out too, because this thing, you're supposed to be paying me for this coaching, because if you are a D student, this is what I told you that helped me change from a D student to an A student. So by the time I started reading with people in first class and started reading their notes, my grade went from like 3 point something to 4 point something. Because I don't know where they got their notes from, why they knew. They would get textbooks that I've never seen, they'll be reading. So I was forced to start trying to read with them and ask them questions. And I found out the secret of success, one key secret of success, that if you want to change your results, you need to change the people you are with. Very, very important. So I finished, obviously, you know what I finished with, right? I was one of the top 10% in my graduating class, and I got a job. So before I even finished, I knew where I wanted to work. No, I wasn't one of all those girls that said, I was looking for a husband, looking for this thing. Trust me, before that, my mother's husband has died. So I was looking for a job. I was writing it. I wanted to work in IMF. I wanted to work in African Development Bank, blah, blah, blah. I saw the vision of where I wanted to go to. I did not come out and say, I'm looking for a job. I came out and said, I'm looking for a particular job. So rule number 4, don't just come out and say, I'm looking for a man. You need to be specific. I'm looking for a rich provider, generous, ambitious, whatever, romantic guy. You need to be very specific. I'm looking for a job that helps me use my skill in financial analysis to do this, and go. It will save you a lot of stress. So I finished, and in looking for those kind of jobs that I'm looking for, I got into PwC. And I was in PwC, and okay, let me not go into details of of that story. Let me just continue. So I went to PwC, and when I was there, I've always knew that I wanted more. I wanted to be this important person. So I knew that I wanted to do more. So one day I went to work and I saw them celebrating one girl. I remember her name, Onyeka Ajufo. And they said she got a full scholarship to LSC, blah, 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 plus living expenses. Everybody was happy. And I looked and I said to myself, wow, this girl got a full scholarship to LSC. Hey, in the UK and stuff. And I say life is not fair. Her parents are rich. And that moment in history, my mind told me, perhaps you can get a scholarship in the UK. And that's when that seed was sowed in my heart, that I can get a scholarship in the UK. Rule number 5 or 6, you can't be anything you have not seen. If I had never seen somebody get a scholarship to go to the UK, I would have thought it's for people that own 2 heads. But once I saw it, I desired it and I went for it. I remember coming back home and telling my mother that, hey, I want to go for masters. And my mother said, hey, hi, that's a good idea. Uchenna went for masters in Unilag. She said it's good. I said, no, I'm going abroad. And she was shocked and she looked at me. So to cut the long story short, I got a scholarship to go to Lancaster and I went to do my masters and I came back. And I came back and I started working in different tech companies. Luckily for me, I'm a worker. Like, I'm not one of those people that feel space. A lot of people on earth feel space, especially a lot of women. For some reason, I'm not sure why we were nurtured that way. But look, you are too important to just feel space. If anybody has told you anything otherwise, or told you you need something additional to be special, I'm coming here as somebody that has been through all that roller coaster emotion to tell you that when God made you, every single thing you need, He put it in you. So I finished. I started work. I came back from my master's. Got into tech. Started working in different tech companies. And one day, I was pregnant with my 3rd child, and I heard, "Hi, go and start a female finance company for women." And I went to talk to my mentor. My mentor said, "Hey, no, that doesn't sound like a good idea. It's like, how can you guys start a niche market? Blah, blah, blah." And I went to my quiet place. But every time I went to my quiet place, he says, go and start a niche company for women. And I sat down and I said, I'm going to go with my heart and what I feel that the Holy Spirit is telling me at that time. And if I fail, I'll prefer to fail where I am sure that I heard from the Holy Spirit saying, go and start this, than to be correct, because my mentor gave me statistics on why my idea will not work. And I saw it, he was right. And that's how I started Secluded. And after I started Secluded, it was at the time when women were not even a 10. We've gone from, throughout this journey, God has showed me that the most important person to make a decision about your life is, one, the Holy Spirit. And no matter if you believe in your heart, if you're a woman of faith or a person of faith, and you believe in your heart that this is the direction you go, even if everybody is going left, please go there. That's where it is. So in summary, I hope I've been able to give you points that can help you in knowing that you are too precious to be ordinary. And I hope I've been able to give you points to know that if I can get a scholarship, you too can get a scholarship. And I hope I've been able to give you points to show that if my father was a police officer that was shot at duty, and my mother was a teacher, and I got to this point, that you too can get to this point. And that's the aim of this session. I hope that at the end of this session, you see yourself differently. Thank you very much. So questions before I go and I go off to play with my 3 daughters.
Wow. Thank you very much, Ma. This was just mind blowing. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. So questions. Do you have questions on Zoom?
Somebody said short and sweet. Yeah, I'm a short and sweet girl. I studied mathematics. I did not read all those big English books where they'll fill it with plenty languages and stuff.
Yeah. Questions. Let me check YouTube. Why Zoom is coming up? Okay, so do we have questions? Send your questions. Okay, you're just repeating what you've said. Thank you very much, Ma, for this.
Yeah, I'm reading your comments and I'm seeing that some of you are getting. I see many people receiving their scholarship and many people saying you cannot be what you've not seen. Yeah, change the image. Where do you spend your time in? If you spend your time in gossip magazine and groups where they're always discussing about poverty, you will be like that. Sometimes just go to rich people's group, even if you feel out of place, sit down there. After 6 months, your life will change.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Apparently, there are no questions. I would share her Instagram handle so you can follow her. They're asking for your
And
link.
yeah, hello, mathematics students. This is for me to you. Mathematics is the best subject on earth. Thank you very much. Somebody said, what do I do to get a scholarship? Find a school. Go online, look for schools that do the courses that you want. Look at different websites, find out if they have scholarship for those courses, then apply, put in your applications. Simple and short. By the time you do it, I did it for so many schools. One school gave me a scholarship.
Yeah,
Please
wow.
ask, is it advisable to learn so many tech skills as they come to you, or just learn one and further in it? I mean, depending on your age, it depends. If you're young and stuff, I advise you to try so many things. First of all, it's only in Nigeria that they said there's something that one of my mentors taught me. He said you should have intellectual curiosity, just like learning things for the fact of learning. And maybe as you go higher, you look for one thing and specialize in.
Mm. Someone asked, how do you choose a mentor? Is it necessary to have a mentor, and how do you know the right one?
Um, so the word mentor has been used in so many ways for lately, and I feel that it's very necessary to have somebody that you talk to and share so many things with, and because of their experience and stuff, they help you navigate it.
Mm. Okay, someone is saying, is it bad not to know where you want to be in the next 5 years?
So yes, it helps that you would have made. Sorry, did it go off?
No, we're
What
here.
What are the MSc scholarship opportunities for mathematics graduates? Guess what? There are so many. So many. You have to decide the path you want to go. Do you want to go into academics? Do you want to go into pure STEM maths, or do you want to do any other thing from computer science to engineering? Like mathematics is the bedrock of so many things. Sorry, I'm trying to
Question
question.
from YouTube. Okay. There's a question from YouTube. How do you change your circle if you're an introvert?
So when you say introvert, I don't think I'm friendly. I'm just a desperate person. Let me tell you, until you become desperate to change your life, nothing will happen.
Mm,
So that introvert, that tag, who gave you that tag?
mm,
You need to sit down and say, I want to change my life. Let me tell you what I am. I like sitting at home and sleeping. But I woke up one day and I realized that the life I want, those that sleep at home don't get it. And I said, you know what? I need to evolve. And I see myself every single day trying to evolve. Like I'm a wear with my hair and wear top kind of girl. So you need to be desperate enough to know that no tag should be able to stop you from your success.
mm. Yeah.
What
So
has
many
kept
questions.
what has kept you going for your company secluded? Do you get discouraged most times? Yep, I get discouraged. Yep, sometimes I say, God, I don't want to do this anymore. But I feel that until I see the results and I've learned that success, the path to success is not success. At some point, success is boring because it's continuity. It's about continuity. Do you get what I mean? It's no more about it. Invented something. Now you have to stay in the process. So until I get the next assignment, I have to encourage myself. You know how the Bible, David said, I encourage myself. So you have to do that. How do you know
Wow.
exactly how to follow, especially for people who have multi-talents and multi-interests? Um, so a lot of women, they do a lot of things, and I feel that that's why they never have mastery in anything. So my advice to you is, depending on your age, is to just sit down and narrow it down to what are the top 2, 3 things I like doing. So by putting in for scholarship, do you mean Commonwealth, Chevron, blah 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 blah? Yes, those ones are very, very important. Put in for them. I didn't get any of those ones, but some of my friends did. And I got from the school. So they have schools and they have different bodies. The thing about scholarships that once you start searching, you will find. And there's a line that you use that I wanted to tell you is from the pit of hell. You said Chevron's scholarship are very competitive. Poverty is the most competitive thing ever. So you choose your competitiveness and where you want to compete. If you feel that that league is too high, stay in poverty. But poverty is very competitive.
True.
Self-acceptance or self-improvement? As in, if you see something in you that you don't particularly like, do you accept it as what God has set you or work towards changing it? Oh, gosh. So anything in you that you don't like that is not perfect, God did not give it to you. It's either you were nurtured like that or it came from maybe your genetic gene. And one of the ways to stop it. So if you look at, I don't know if you're a Bible student. If you're a Bible student, you remember Jacob. Jacob was a swindler, was a thief. And when you look behind, you notice that his uncle Laban also showed the same trait. So he looked like he was from a bloodline of those kind of people. But he woke up one day and he changed. And with that, God changed his name to Israel. So anything that is in you that is not, don't accept anything. Like I was listening to one teaching the other day, and it says that the problem with many people is that they accept anything. Things just come to you and just accept it. Don't accept it if you're not okay with it. So rounding up, one for hobby, one for money, one for thank you. I'm learning to say, how best can I get into tech sector? How best to get into tech sector? Be very good at what you do. Thank you so much, Ma. Okay. Please, Ma, I have
Someone's
a...
asking.
Someone's
Okay, go
asking.
ahead. From YouTube, she said, "Is it okay not to? Is it wrong to be career oriented and not have a skill? There are people who are not good with having skills or can't manage it. So is it bad for such person to be career oriented?"
If you are not good with skills, if you are career oriented, it means that you'll be a receptionist any 80K all your life. I'm here to tell you that, sister, there's a higher life. There's a higher life of doing the work of trying to be career oriented and looking for a skill and learning it and become the head of that skill. Whether it is that you are good at answering phone, you can become brand, look for courses, do everything, and you'll be the best phone answerer in the world. But for you to just be there, what you just earn is that your salary will be flat forever. Somebody said, hey, Ma, I have an issue with reading and understanding. I find it hard to study. Or will I say understand when I read? So I want to make a confession to you. I think because I read maths, I'm very, I can be a lazy reader. So I understand what you're saying. But guess what? Start trying to force yourself bit by bit, every day, every day you say 30, you can start with 30 minutes. You just say, I'll read this thing for 30 minutes. Another time you can say, hey, I would read for 1 hour. See, once you do it consistently for 70 days, after reading, you sit down and start explaining what you think you understood from it to yourself. If possible, find somebody like an accountability partner. You will see that once you do it for 90 days, it will change. So it's not your fault. It's just like maybe during your formative years, you were not brought up with reading books. And I think the same thing happened to me. But, I just did not accept it. And I just always try to fight it forward.
Someone is asking from YouTube that do you have any course for financial literacy for younger women?
Yes, we
Like,
do. It's funny that you asked that because we are, in short, I'm currently going to meet the guy that is supposed to do we want to start putting that. A lot of people have asked us this for a long time, so we want to start putting them into what do you call bit-sized courses. But we have a 20s group on Telegram, and I mean, if you're interested, I'll share the link with
okay.
direct. So I think that that's all for me. It was so nice to share your weekend with you, and thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for investing this time to train yourself. I want to tell you that, the most important person, like I stated, in your life is you. And guess what? I know when I said, hey, I want to travel, and everybody was like, hey, there's nobody in your family that has done it. And I said, I don't care. The world is such a beautiful place that you need to see it. And guess what? The only person that owe you to take you around the world is yourself. So with that, I would say thank you very much. Have a nice day. I want to go
Thank
and
you
play
very much.
after holding them captive for 30 minutes. Thank you, girls, for behaving well. Bye.
Bye,
Excellent.
ma. Thank you very much, ma. Bye, ma. Wow, that was so good. I don't know. I hope others felt it like I did. It was really good. So we'll try to get the link to the 20s group for you, the Telegram 20s group, and share with you so you can join the community and get to enjoy freebies and information about financial literacy. So yeah, there we have it for the big two coaching calls, Short and Sweet. So do we have any questions about the program so far before we wrap this coaching call? So this time around, you're not sending us an email or WhatsApp. I'm asking you directly right now. Do you have any questions, comments, clarifications you want to ask me? So go ahead now. Mariam, please help me get whatever it is on YouTube so I don't miss out on it. But here on Zoom, if you have on networking, how do you maintain this professional relationship? Whatever is not worked on does not work.
Okay, I think we're having a glitches. She'll be back shortly. Can you hear me? Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. Yes. So just keep the question coming. She'll be back shortly. I think it's internet. Okay, for the project, what time did you make that? We'll check that and get back to you. We have actually a lot of projects. It will take time because we need to screen and go through them and make sure you got it right. If it's before the deadline, which is 11:59, it definitely will be attended to after the meeting. Just hold on. How can someone deal with competition around you when you're trying to grow? Just stay focused. Just stay focused. In business, I learned in business, when you have competition, it shows you're really growing. But however, you shouldn't give in. Just be focused on where you're going to. I think almost every phase of life has a competition. So you just need to be focused, not to be distracted, because sometimes some competitions are distractions. So you will not be distracted by these competitions. The project, there was an instruction about the projects. Post on your personal group, use the post on your personal platform, use the hashtags and tag us on your personal platform. But most of the mentors asked for it so they can be sure that you're doing it right, because the project will be assessed, you'll be marked on the project. Okay, concerning the attendance link, you have there is no link for now. No link has been posted for now. Just hold on. Hashtag is very important. You can tag as well, but the hashtag is very important because the hashtag indicates your group, but you can tag as well, but the hashtag is very important. Nobody has access to the group. Any post you see on the group. Okay, now the group, is it the WhatsApp group you're talking about or the Facebook group? When you say everyone posting to the group, do you mean the Facebook group or the WhatsApp group? Okay, for the Facebook group, it means the admin screen it and then she permit it to be posted there. They didn't post it personally, it was posted by us. Yes, we keep making reference to that. If your project wasn't downloading, simple, the moment you put your picture, it will give you an access. You can just screenshot and make use of the screenshot copy. That was what most of the participants did actually. We had lots of issues concerning that, but we used the screenshot option to get the DPs. Now, what do you mean by career? Let me get, what do you mean by career and skill oriented, like clarity on career and skill oriented? Now, how do you even have an effective career without having a skill? Okay. For the please, concerning the coaching, the attendance, there is no link for now because we have lots of issues, different people complaining of them not being able to sign. So an instruction will be communicated through your mentors. Please kindly pay attention to the group. We'll communicate through the mentors to you. Okay, I haven't answered your question. Please, what's the question? I'm rounding up in the next 2 minutes, please. Oh, you studied office technology management. It's fine. You have courses. Yeah, I think you have professional courses in digital marketing and whatever path you want to take through. If you can get a diploma, fine. If you don't have time of going back to school, and getting a diploma. Technology have made everything easy for us. You can just take a professional course in a certified school online. That's if you want to be certified professionally. But if you don't want, you can still go through other platforms and do some digital marketing course. Then look for people that you look up to that inspire you in that field and follow them. Yes, optimize your social media account. Yes, optimize your social media account and post your project as well. And please, if you follow the videos on the with 2 lessons, you see how to optimize. Some extra resources, few PDF about 1 or 2 KB was part of the lesson. I had to download my own copy as well. He explained what resolution to use for pictures and DP, as well as how to optimize YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. Please go back to your lesson and download. You see how to optimize properly, because part of the assessment will be on you optimizing your social media account. Okay, transition into tech on YouTube. Okay, I will look into that and we'll get back to you. Please send a message to your mentor about the video, so your mentor will reach out to me, or send it directly to me on WhatsApp concerning the transition video, and I will get it for you. You can also check on Facebook as well. It was Facebook Live that we did the video. Okay.
Hi,
In as much as education is important, but I think with skill, when it comes to tech, skill is very, very important. But there are some company you can't work with or you can't work for without being certified. But both the education and the skill, it's very, very important. So please, thank you very much. I'm asked to round up now. For any question.
I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's back.
Good
Okay.
evening. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I just got disconnected. I got disconnected. I was struggling to connect back. I believe Blessing has answered all the required questions you might have. I do not see any questions here. But whichever the case, I will schedule another live meeting on Facebook. Please and please, if you have not watched my Facebook Live, the one I went on Sunday, go and watch it. It wasn't just about a story or something. I shared some information for you that I'm seeing some of you are currently asking in your groups and asking on YouTube, and I'm not going to answer them. Go and watch it and get the information out of it. Don't ask me any question I'm not answering. It means I have answered it before, and so you should be up to date to answer that. Okay. Yeah, for those sending me messages to be a mentor, I'm sorry right now. I'm very, very swamped, like very, very, very swamped. I'm not responding yet because I can't even handle my bandwidth is just a lot right now. We're doing quite a number of things, and I'm not sure I can mentor people individually right now. However, I'm working on something. The challenge I have is I'm more of a physical person than a virtual person. So I would have loved you come to the office, come to our workspace, and then we interact. However, I understand that 95% or 99% of you all do not even live in Abuja, so you can't even come in the first place. So I don't know, but I will see what I can do in terms of seeing how we can work something out. But just know that it's not everybody I can mentor, and I need you to understand some differences. Now, when you're talking about a mentor and a coach, a mentor is someone that is doing something that you admire or you really want to go in through that path. And so when you come in contact with the person and the person works with you, what the person begins to do is the person begins to tell you, oh, don't put your foot above there. If you step your leg there, there's something there. There's a stone. There's this, there's that. Why? Because that person has walked and has experienced that part, and so the person can tell you what to and what not to do, not exactly to model their life, but just like a guide. And so you tend to get result faster because they kind of shorten the journey for you or make the journey easier, right? That's a mentor. But a coach does not necessarily have to have gone through what you have gone through, but a coach leveraging insights, leveraging wisdom, education, experience can actually still guide you. So if you're asking me to be your mentor, are you sure I'm on the path that you really desire to be? Are you sure I'm really on that path? Are you sure you want to be like me? Are you sure you want to work my work? You have to be sure about that before you ask me to be a mentor. So that's the difference. So be sure of what you're asking for. And then, yes, when I'm ready to take in mentees or coaches, I prefer coaching than mentoring, because mentoring is more intricate. You have to really work with the person to really, like, more like shadow the person, and except you work with me, it might be a little bit difficult to really put that across. But as a coach, I can come teach you, I can come lay principles for you and tell you, do this, like this, like this, like this, and then you definitely get results. But whichever one I get to settle on, we will do that. But let's get to somewhere good with Tech Up Girls. Then yeah, I'll know what to do, and definitely not everybody will be mentored. I'll let you know. For those asking for attendance list, go and watch my live video from the last Sunday, and you get your answer there. That's where the attendance list is. So I'm just going to close this up right now. I want to thank you for your time and being here. So go through the live video from last Sunday and get the information about the attendance list. So I hope you got value for your time. I hope Miss Ifeoma delivered. She's just straightforward like that. She doesn't talk too much. She's just, as you see me, that's how it is. So like we always do, put the replay for you as well as links to follow her, if you would like to connect with her and get to learn more from her from the social media spaces. So thank you everyone, and have an amazing weekend, and happy Easter to everyone. Bye.